winter of our discontent, made glorious summer by this son of York, and all the clouds that lowered upon our house in the deep bosom of the ocean buried. Now are our brows bound with victorious wreaths, our bruised arms hung up for monuments, our stern alarums changed to merry meetings, our dreadful marches to delightful measures. Grim-visaged war hath smoothed his wrinkled front, and now, instead of mounting barbed steeds to fright the souls of fearful adversaries, he capers nimbly in a lady's chamber to the lascivious pleasing of a lute. But I, that am not shaped for sportive tricks, nor made to court an amorous looking glass, I, that am rudely stamped and want love's majesty to strut before a wanton ambling nymph, I, that am curtailed of this fair proportion, cheated of feature by dissembling nature, deformed, unfinished, sent before my time into this breathing world, scarce half made up, and that so lamely and unfashionable, that dogs bark at me as I hold by them. Why I, in this weak, piping time of peace, have no delight to pass away the time, unless to spy my own shadow in the sun, and descant on mine own deformity. And therefore, since I cannot prove a lover, I am determined to prove a villain, and hate the idle pleasures of these days. Plots I have laid, inductions dangerous, by drunken prophecies, libels, and dreams, to set my brother and the king in deadly hate, the one against the other. And if King Edward be as true and just as I am subtle, false, and treacherous, this day shall Clarence closely be mewed up about a prophecy which says that G of Edward's heir shall murdered be. Die thoughts down to my soul. Here Clarence comes. Brother, good day. Why waits this armed guard upon your grace?
Oh, his majesty, tendering my person's safety, hath appointed this conduct to convey me to the tower.
Upon what cause?
Because my name is George.
Alack, that fault is none of yours. He should for that commit your godfathers. But what's the matter, Clarence? May I know?
Nay, Richard, when I know, for I protest as yet I do not. But, as I can learn, he hearkens after prophecies and dreams, and says a wizard told him that by G, his issue disinherited should be. And for my name of George begins with G, it follows in his thought that I am he.
Well, this it is, when men are ruled by women. 'Tis not the king that sent you to the tower, Clarence, but Elizabeth, his wife. 'Tis she that tempers him to this extremity. Was not she and her brother there the day that made him send Lord Hastings to the tower, from which this present day he is delivered? We are not safe, Clarence. We are not safe.
By heaven, I think there is no man secure but the Queen's kindred. Heard you not what a humble suppliant Lord Hastings was to her for his delivery?
Humbly complaining to her deity, got my Lord Hastings his liberty. I tell you what, I think it is our way, if we are to keep in favor with the king, to be her men and wear her livery.
I beseech your graces, both upon me. His Majesty has straightly given in charge that no man shall have private conference of what degree soever with your brother.
Even so, and it please your worship, Brackenbury, you may partake of anything we say. We speak no treason, man. We say the king is wise and virtuous, and that his noble queen well struck in years, fair and not jealous, and that her kindred are made gentlefolk. How say you, sir? Can you deny all this?
I do beseech your grace to pardon me, but oh, forbear your conference with the noble duke.
We know thy charge, Brackenbury, and will obey.
We are the queen's abjects, and must obey. Farewell, brother. I will unto the king, and whatsoe'er you will employ me in, I will perform it to enfranchise you. Meantime, this deep disgrace in brotherhood touches me more deeply than you can imagine.
I know it pleaseth neither of us well.
Well, your imprisonment shall not be long. I will deliver, or else lie for you. Meantime, have patience.
I must perforce. Farewell.
thou shalt ne'er return. Oh, simple, plain Clarence, I do love thee so that I will shortly send thy soul to heaven. So, who comes here? The new delivered Hastings.
Good time of day unto my gracious lord.
Welcome you are to the open air. How have your lordship proved imprisonment?
With patience, noble lord, as prisoners must. But I shall live, my lord, to give them thanks that were the cause of my imprisonment.
No doubt, and so shall Clarence, for they that were your enemies are his as well, and have prevailed on him as much as you.
More pity, that the evil should be viewed whiles kites and buzzards prey at liberty.
What is abroad?
No news so bad abroad as this at home. He came sickly, weak, and melancholy, and his physicians feared more him mightily.
Now by St. Paul, that is bad news indeed. What, is he in his bed?
He is.
Go to one before, and I will follow you. He cannot live, I hope, and must not die, till George be packed with post-horse up to heaven. I'll end to urge his hatred to Clarence even more, with lies well steeled with weighty arguments. And if I fail not in my deep intent, Clarence hath not another day to live. Which done, God take Edward to his mercy, and leave the world for me to bustle in. For then I'll marry Warwick's youngest daughter. What? I that killed her husband and his father? Well, the readiest way to make the witch amends is to become her husband and her father. But yet, I run before my horse to market. Clarence still breathes, Edward lives and reigns. When they are gone, will I count my gains?
Set down your honorable load. If honor may be shrouded in a hearse, whilst I awhile obsequiously lament the untimely fall of virtuous Lancaster. Who keep old figure of a holy king, pale ashes of the house of Lancaster, thou bloodless remnants of that royal blood. Be it lawful that I indicate thy ghost to hear the lamentations of poor Anne, wife to thy Edward, to thy slaughtered son, stabbed by the self-same hand that made these wounds. Oh, cursed be the hand that made these holes, cursed the heart that the heart that do it, cursed the blood that let this blood ferment. More time will have to tie that painted wretch that faces rich by the death of me than I could wish to add his fires, toes, or any creeping benefit. If ever he have life, let her be made more miserable by the death of him than thou hast made me by my dear Lord. What black magician conjures up this fiend? Avaunt, thou fretful bit of
Sweet sacred charity, be not so cursed.
Thou devil, for God's sakes, hence, and trouble us not, for thou art made the happier of thy hell, filled it with cursing cries and deep exclaims. Blush, blush thou love of deformity, for 'tis thy presence that exhales this blood from cold and empty veins where no blood dwells. O God, which this blood makes, revenge is death. O earth, which this blood drinks, revenge is death, either heaven with lightning. Strike the murderer dead. O earth, gape open wide and eat him quick. As thou dost swallow up this good king's blood, just help of an arm hath butchered.
Lady, thou knows no rules of charity, which renders good for bad, blessings for curses.
Villain, thou knowest no law of God nor man, no beast so fierce but no some touch of pity.
But I know none, and therefore I am no beast.
Oh, wonderful when devils tell the truth.
more wonderful when angels are so angry. Vouchsafe by perfection of a woman, of these supposed crimes by circumstance, to give me leave to acquit myself.
Vouchsafe diffused infection of a man, of these known evils, but give me leave by circumstance to accuse thy cursed self.
Fairer than tongue can name thee, give me some patient leisure to excuse myself.
Fouler than heart can think thee, thou canst make no excuse, curd, but to hang thyself.
By such despair, I should accuse myself.
And by despairing, shalt thou stand excused for doing worthy vengeance on thyself of this unworthy slaughter upon others?
Say that I slew them not.
Then say they were not slain, but dead they are, and devilish slain by thee.
I did not kill your husband.
Why then? He's alive.
Nay, he is dead, and slain by Edward's hand.
In thy foul throat thou liest. Queen Margaret saw thy murderous falchion smoking in his blood, that which thou once did bend against her breast.
I was provoked by her slanderous tongue, which laid their guilt upon my guiltless shoulders.
Thou wast provoked by thy bloody mind, and never dreamed on thy good butcheries. Didst thou not kill this king?
I grant ye.
Dost grant me, hedgehog? Then God grant me too that thou mayest be damned for thy wicked deed. Oh, he was gentle, mild, virtuous.
The better for the King of heaven that hath him.
He is in heaven, where thou shalt never pass.
Then let him thank me, who hoped to send him thither, for he was far fitter for that place than earth.
And thou art fit for any place but hell.
There is one place else, if you will hear me name it.
Some dungeon.
Your bedchamber.
Ill rest betide that chamber where thou liest.
So will it, madam, till I lie with you.
I hope so.
I know so. But gentle Lady Anne, let us leave this keen encounter of our wits and fall something into a slower method. Is not the causer of these timeless deaths as blameful as the executioner?
Thou wast the cause and was accursed.
Your beauty was the cause of that effect. Your beauty that did haunt my sleep, to undertake the death of all the world, that I might live 1 hour in your sweet bosom.
If I thought that, I tell thee, homicide, these nails should rend that beauty from my cheek.
These eyes could not endure that beauty's wreck. You should not blemish it if I stood by. For as all the world is cheered by the sun, so I by that. It is my day, my life.
That night was shade thy day, and death thy life.
Curse not thyself, fair creature, thou art both.
I would have worn revenge on thee.
It is a quarrel most unnatural to be revenged on him that loveth thee.
It is a quarrel just and reasonable to be revenged on him that killed my husband.
He that bereft thee of thy husband did it to help thee to a better husband.
His better doth not breathe upon the earth.
He lives that loves thee better than he could.
Where is he?
Here. What is thou spitting me?
Would it were mortal poison for thy sake.
Never did poison come from so sweet a place.
Never hung poison on a fouler throat out of my sight. Thou dost infect mine eyes.
Those eyes of thine have infected mine.
Would they were basilisks to strike thee dead.
I would they were, that I might die at once, for now they kill me with a living death. Those eyes of thine from mine have drawn salt tears. Shame their aspects with store of childish thoughts, will they teach not thy lips of scorn. They were meant for kissing, not for such contempt. If thy revengeful heart cannot forgive, lo, here I lend thee this sharp-pointed knife, which if thou please to hide in this true breast, I lay it naked to the deadly stroke, and humbly beg the death upon my knee. Nay, do not pause, for I did kill King Henry, because thy beauty had provoked me. Nay, not dispatch. 'Twas I that stabbed young Edward, but 'twas thy heavenly face that set me on. Take up the knife again, or take me. They bid me to it, and I went to it myself.
I have already.
That was in thy rage. Say it again. And even with the word, this hand which for thy love did kill thy love. Shall for thy love kill a far truer love to both that thou shalt love the accessory.
Or would I be my heart?
To speak it in my tongue.
I fear me both are false.
There never was man true.
Oh, good night.
Say my peace is made.
That shalt thou know hereafter.
Shall I live in hope?
Oh, men, I hope live so.
Vouchsafe the witness to me.
To take is not to give.
Look, how the ring encompasseth thy finger. So it is thy true breast enclosed in mine poor heart. Where both of them, for both of them are mine. In the love.
It's more than we deserve. But since you teach me how to flatter you, imagine I've said farewell already.
Was ever woman in this human womb? Was ever woman in this human one? Oh, I'll have her, but I'll not keep her long. What? I that killed her husband and his father? What, to take her in her heart's extremest hate, with curses on her lips, tears in her eyes, the very bleeding witness of her hatred by having God, her conscience, and these bars against me, and I with no one to back my suit withal, no one except a plain devil and his silly looks, and yet to win her, all the world to nothing? Shall have their son like ball of glass, deceive my shadow as I pass. Woo!
Have patience, madam. There's no telling His Majesty will soon recover his hospitality.
If you were dead, what would betide on me?
No other harm than loss of such a lord.
The loss of such a lord includes all harms.
The heavens have blessed you with a goodly son to be your comforter when he is gone.
Ah, he is young. In his minority, he has been put into the trust of Richard Gloucester, a man who loves not me nor none of you.
Is it concluded he shall be protected?
It is determined, not concluded yet, but so it must be if the king miscarries.
Here come the lords of Buckingham and Stanley.
Good time of day to your royal grace.
God may your majesty enjoy your that.
Saw you the king today, my lord of Stanley.
But now the Duke of Buckingham and I have come from visiting his majesty.
What likelihood of his amendment, my lords?
It's a man of good hope. His grace speaks cheerfully.
God grant him health. Did you confer with him?
Madam, he seems to make atonement, he wants to make atonement between your brothers, the Duke of Gloucester, and them, and my Lord Chamberlain, and sent to warn them to his incoming presence.
Would all be well, but that will never be.
They do me wrong, and I will not endure it. Who are they that complain unto the king that I, forsooth, am stern and love them not? Because I cannot smile in men's faces, cog, deceive, duck with friends' nod and apish courtesy, I am to be held a rancorous enemy.
To who in all this presence speaks your grace?
To thee, who hast nor honesty nor grace. When have I done thee wrong? When have I injured thee, or any of your faction? A plague upon you all. His royal grace cannot be quiet, scarce a breathing while, that you do not trouble him with lewd complaints.
Come, come, we know your meaning, brother Gloucester. You envy my advancement and my friends. God grant we never may have need of you.
Meantime, God grants we do have need of you. Our brother is imprisoned by your meaning.
I never did incense his majesty against the Duke of Clarence, but have been an earnest advocate to plead him. My lord, you do me shameful injury, falsely to draw me in these vile suspects.
You may deny that you were not the means of our Lord Hastings' late imprisonment.
She may, my
Oh,
lord.
she may do more than that, Lord Withers. Why, who not so? She may help thee to many fine preferments, and then deny her aiding hand therein. Lay those honors on your high desert. May she not? Oh, she may. I never may she.
What marry may she?
What marry may she? Marry the king, a bachelor, and a handsome stripling, too.
My lord of Gloucester. I have for too long borne your blunt upbraidings and your bitter scoffs. By heaven, I will acquaint his majesty of those gross taunts that oft I have endured. I had rather be a country servant maid than a great queen with this condition, to be so baited, scorned, and stormed at. Small joy have I in being England's queen.
And lessened be that small, God, I beseech him. Thy honor, state, and seat is due to me.
What? Threat you me with telling of the king? 'Tis time to speak, my things are quite forgotten.
Oh, devil, I do remember them too well. Thou killedst my husband Henry in the Tower, and Edward, my poor son, at Tewkesbury.
Ere you were queen, I, or your husband king, I was a packos in his great affairs. To royalize his blood, I still find him.
Aye, and much better blood than his or thine.
In all which time, you were baptized for the house of Lancaster, and River, so were you. Let me put in your minds, if you forget, what you were ere this, and what you are, with all what I have been and what I am.
A murderous villain, and so still thou art.
Clarence did forsake his father Warwick, and forswore himself with Jesu pardon,
God revenge.
to fight for Edward's party on the crown. And for this meed, poor Lord is mewed of. I would to God my heart were flint like Edward's, or Edward's soft and pitiful like mine. I am too childish foolish for this world.
Hie thee to hell for shame, and leave this world, thou cacodemon. There thy kingdom is.
My lord of Gloucester, in those busy days which here you urge to prove us enemies, we followed then our lord, our sovereign king. So should be you if you should be our king.
I had better be a peddler, but if my heart entertain the thought thereof.
As little joy, my lord, as you suppose you would enjoy, were you this country's king. As little joy you may suppose in me, that I enjoy being queen thereof.
As little joy enjoys the queen thereof, for I and she is altogether joyless. I can no longer hold me patience. Hear me, you wrangling tyrants, that fall out in sharing that which you have filled from me. Which of you trembles not that looks on me? Oh, gentle villain, do not turn away.
Foul wrinkled witch, what namest thou in my sight?
But repetition of what thou hast marred, that will I make before I let thee go.
Wert thou not banished on pain of death?
I was. But I do find more pain in banishment than death can yield me here by my abode. A husband and a son thou owest to me, and thou a kingdom, all of you allegiance. This sorrow that I have by right is yours, and all the pleasures you usurp are mine. Can curses pierce the clouds and enter heaven? Why then give way, dull clouds, to my quick curses? Though not by war, by serpent died your king, as ours by murder to make him a king. Edward, my son, now is Prince of Wales, for Edward, our son, that was Prince of Wales, died in his youth by my untimely violence. Thyself a queen, for me that was a queen, outlive thy glory like my wretched self. Long mayest thou live, wail thy children's death, and see another as I see thee now, decked in thy rights as thou art stalled in mine. Long die thy happy days before thy death, and after many lengthened hours of grief, die neither mother, wife, nor England's queen. Rivers and Dorset you were standers by, and so was thou, Lord Hastings, when my son was stabbed with bloody daggers. God, I pray that none of you made it at his natural age, but by some unlooked accident cut off.
Have done thy charm, thy hateful witted hag.
And leave out thee. Stay, dog. For thou shalt live. If heaven have any grievous plague in store exceeding those that I can wish upon thee, or let them keep it till thy sins be ripe, and then hurl down their indignation on thee, the trouble of the poor world's peace. The worm of conscience still be on our soul. Thy friends suspect for traitors while thou livest, and take deep traitors for thy dearest friends. No sleep close up that deadly eye of thine, unless it be while some tormenting dream affrights thee with a hell of ugly devils. Thou elvish marked, abortive brooding hog, thou that was sealed in thine activity, the slave of nature and the son of hell, thou slander of thy heavy mother's womb, thou loathed issue of thy father's loins, thou rag of honor, thou detested
Margaret?
Richard.
Huh?
I call thee not.
I cry thee mercy then, for I did think that thou had called me all these bitter names.
Why, so I did, but look for no reply. Oh, let me make the period to my curse.
'Tis done by me, and ends in Margaret.
Thus you have breathed the curse against yourself.
Poor painted queen, vain flourish of thy fortune. Why strewest thou sugar on that bottled spider whose deadly webs never he about? Fool, fool, thou whetst a knife to kill thyself. The day will come when thou shalt wish for me to help thee curse this poisonous bunchback toad.
False woman, and thy frantic curse, lest to thy harm thou move our patience.
Foul shame upon you, you have all moved mine.
Were you well served, you would be taught your duty.
Serve me well, and all should do me to me. Teach me to be your queen, and to my subjects. Serve me well, and teach yourselves that duty.
Dispute not with her. She is lunatic.
Peace, Master Marquis, you are malapert. Your fire-you stamp of honor is fierce courage. Oh, that your young nobility could judge what were to lose it and be miserable. They that stand high had many blasts to shake them, and if they fall, they dash themselves to pieces.
Good counsel, Marquis. Mary learns.
Touches you as well as me, my lord.
Peace, peace for shame, and not for charity.
Urge neither charity nor shame to me. Uncharitably with me have you dealt, and shamefully my hopes by you are butchered. My charity is outrage. Life my shame, and in that shame still live my sorrow's rage.
Have done, have done.
Oh, princely Buckingham, I'll kiss thy hand in sign of league and amity with thee. Not fair befall thee in thy noble house. Thy garments are not spotted with our blood, nor thou within the compass of my curse.
Nor no one here, for curses never pass the lips of those that breathe them in the air.
I will not think, but they ascend the sky, and there awake God's gentle sleeping peace. Oh, Buckingham, take heed of yonder dog. Look, when he fawns, he bites, and when he bites, his venom tooth will rankle to the death. I've not to do with him. Beware of him. Sin, death, and hell have set their marks on him, and all their ministers attend on him.
What does she say, Cousin Buckingham?
Nothing that I respect, my sovereign lord.
What? Dost thou scorn me for my gentle counsel and soothe the devil that I warned thee from? Oh, but remember this another day, when he shall split thy very heart with sorrow, and say, poor Margaret was a prophetess. Live each of you the subjects to his hate, and he to yours, and all of you to God's.
My hand will stand on end to hear her curses.
So does mine. I'm mused why she's at liberty.
By God's holy mother, I cannot blame her. She hath had much wrong done to her, and I do repent my part thereof that I have done to her.
I never did her any to my knowledge.
Yet you have all the advantage of her wrong. I was too hot to do anybody good, too cold in thinking of it now. God pardon them that are the cause thereof.
A virtuous and Christian-like conclusion. To pray for them that have done scathe to us.
So do I ever, being well advised. Though that I curse now, I curse myself.
Madam, His Majesty doth call for you, and for your your grace and you, my noble lords.
Kingsley, I come. Lords, will you go with me?
We wait upon your grace.
I do the wrong, and first begin to brawl. The secret mischiefs I set abroach, I lay into the grievous charge of others. Clarence, whom I have indeed cast in darkness, I do beweep to many simple gulls, namely Hastings, Stanley, and Buckingham, and tell them 'tis the Queen and her allies that stirs the King against the Duke, my brother. Now they believe me, and are wet withal that I should be revenged on rivers Vaughan and Grey. But then I sigh, and with a piece of scripture, tell them God bids us do good for evil. And thus I boast my naked villainy and seem a saint, when most I play the devil. But soft, here come my executioners. How now, my hearty stout resolved mates, hast thou come to dispatch this thing?
We are, my lord, and come to have the warrant that we may be admitted where he is.
Well thought upon. I have it here about me. But sirs, be sudden in the execution with all endurance. Do not hear him plead, for Clarence is well spoken and may move your hearts to pity if you want him.
My lord, we will not stand a crate. Talkers are no good doers, be assured. We go use our hands and not our tongues.
Your eyes drop millstones when fools' eyes fall tears. I like you, lads. About your business straight. Go, go, dispatch.
We will, my noble lord.
Why looks your grace so heavily today?
Oh, I have passed a miserable night. So full of fearful dreams of ugly sights that, as I am a Christian faithful man, I would not spend another such a night, though 'twere to buy a world of happy days, so full of dismal terror is the time.
What was your dream of? Pray you tell me.
Methought that I had broken from the tower and was embarked to cross to Berkeley. And in my company, my brother Gloucester, who from my cabin tempted me to walk upon the hatches. As we paced along upon the giddy footing of the hatches, methought that Gloucester stumbled, and in falling, struck me overboard into the tumbling billows of the main. Oh Lord, methought what pain it was to drown. As I saw 1,000 fearful ranks, 1,000 men with fishes gnawed upon, wedges of gold, great anchors, heaps of pearl, inestimable stones, unvalued jewels, all scattered in the bottom of the sea. Some like dead men's skulls, and in the holes where eyes did once inhabit they were cracked, as torn scorn of eyes, reflecting gems that wooed the slimy bottom of the deep, and mocked the dead bones that lay scattered by.
No marvel, O Lord, who frighted you. I am afraid methinks to hear you tell it.
Brackenbury, I prithee stay by me a while. My soul is heavy and I'm faint with sleep.
I will, my lord. God give your grace good rest.
Princes have but their titles of their glories. Sorrow breaks seasons and proposing hours. Makes the night warm in the noontide night.
Princes have but titles for their glories, and outward honor for an inward toil. And for unfelt imaginations, they often feel a world of restless cares. So that between their titles and low name, there's nothing differs but the outward fame.
Oh, who's there?
What wouldst thou, fellow, and how camest thou hither?
I would speak with Clarence, and I came hither on my legs.
What, so brief?
'Tis better, sir, than to be tedious. Let him see our commission and talk no more.
I am in this commanded to deliver the noble Duke of Clarence to your hands. I will not reason what is meant hereby, because I will be guiltless of the meaning. There lies the Duke asleep, and the king, and signify to him that thus I have resigned to you my charge.
You may, sir. 'Tis a point of wisdom. Fare you well.
What? Art thou afraid? Not to kill him, having a warrant, but be damned for killing, to which no warrant can ever defend me. Thou hast been resolute. Let him live. Go back to Duke Gloucester and tell him so. I pray thee stay a little. There was one. I hope my old humor will change, but it was one to hold me but well. One tells 20. How dost thou feel thyself now?
Faith, some certain dregs of conscience are yet within me. He dies. I forgot the reward.
So where's thy conscience now?
In the purse of the Duke of Gloucester.
First, to give us before that conscience flies out.
'Tis no matter. Let it go. Makes a man a coward. A man cannot steal, but it accuseth him. A man cannot swear, but it checks him. A man cannot lie with thy neighbor's wife, but it detects him. 'Tis a blushing, shamefaced spirit that mutinies in a man's bosom. Fills a man with obstacles. For once it had me restore a purse of gold that by chance I found. Nay, beggars any man that keeps it. This turned out of towns and cities is a dangerous thing. And any man that means to live well endeavors to trust to himself and live without it.
Deep out my elbow was waiting not until the dude.
Take the devil on thy mind and believe him not, for he will insinuate with thee only to make thee a sign.
Strong friend, cannot prevail.
Spoke like a tall man that respects thy reputation. Come, slip all to work.
He waits.
Strike now.
We'll reason with him.
Keeper, give me a cup of wine.
You shall have wine enough, my lord, and
God's name, what art thou?
A man, as you are.
But not as I am, royal.
nor you as we are, loyal.
Thy voice is thunder, but thy looks are humble.
My voice is now the king's, my looks mine own.
Who sent you hither? Wherefore do you come?
To
murder me.
Aye.
You scarcely have the hearts to tell me so, and therefore cannot have the hearts to do it. Wherein, my friends, have I offended you?
Offended us, you have not with the king.
I should be reconciled to him again.
never, my lord, therefore, prepare to die.
If you two love my brother, hate not me. I am his brother, and I love him well. If you are hired for me, go back again, and I will send you to my brother Gloucester, who shall reward you better for my life than Edward will for tidings of my death.
You are deceived. Your brother Gloucester hates
No, he loves me, and he holds me dear. Go you to him from me, and he will weep.
Aye, Milson, as he lessoned us to weep, 'tis he that sends us to destroy you here.
Cannot be. For he bewept my fortune, and hugged me in his arms, and swore that he would labor my delivery.
So he done. When he delivers you from this earth's thraldom to the joys of heaven.
you. Make peace with God, my lord, for you must die.
Have you that holy feeling in your soul to counsel me to make my peace with God? And are you yet to your own soul so blind that you will war with God by murdering me?
Look behind you, my lord.
Oh, why so? Now I have done a day's work. You peers, continue this united league. I every day expect an embassage from my Redeemer to
No.
lead me hence. And war at peace, my soul shall part to heaven, since I have made my friends at peace on earth. Rivers and Hastings, take each other's hand. Dissemble not your hatred. Swear by your love.
By heaven, my soul is purged from grudging hate. And with my hand I seal my true heart's love.
So thrive I, as I truly swear the life.
exempt in this, nor you, Richmond. Buckingham, nor you. You have been factious one against the other. Wife, love Lord Hastings, let him kiss your hand, and what you do it unfeignedly.
There, Hastings. I will never more remember our former hatred. So thrive I and mine.
Richmond, embrace him. Hastings, love the Lord Earl.
King love, I do confess from my heart to be invited.
And so swear I.
Now, princely Buckingham, seal thou this league with thy embracements to my wife's allies, and make me happy in your unity.
Whenever Buckingham doth turn his hate upon your grace, God punish me with hate in those where I expect most love. This do I beg of heaven, if I am cold in love to you or yours.
A pleasing, cordial, princely Buckingham, is this thy vow unto my sickly heart? There wanteth now a brother Gloucester here to make the blessed period of this peace.
And in good time here comes the noble Duke.
Good morning to my son, and queen, and princely peers. A happy time of day.
Happy indeed. Gloucester, we have done deeds of charity, made peace, of enmity, fair love, of hate between these swelling, wrong, insensate peers.
Oh, blessed labor, my most sovereign lord. 'Tis death to me to be in enmity. I hate it and desire all good men's love. First, madam, I entreat true peace of you, which I shall purchase with my duteous service. Of you, and of you, cousin of Buckingham, if any grudge were ever lodged between us. Of you, and of you, Lord Rivers and Richmond, who without desert have frowned on me. I do not know that Englishman alive with whom my soul is any jot at odds. I thank God for my
The holy name shall protect hereafter. I would to God all strifes were welcome. My sovereign lord, I do beseech your highness to take our brother Clarence to your grace.
Madam, have I offered love for this? To be so flouted in this royal presence? Who among you knows not that the gentle Duke is dead? You do him injury to scorn his cause.
Who knows not? He is dead. Who knows? He is. His Clarence dead. The order was reversed.
But he, poor lord, I know the first order died.
My brother killed no man. His fault was thought. And yet his punishment is bitter death. I promised of all I've been beholden to him in his life. Yet none of you would once beg for his life. Who sued him for me? Who in my wrath kneeled at my feet and bid me be advised? Who spoke of brotherhood? Who spoke of love?
our company.
That deceit should steal such gentle shape, and with a virtuous visor hide deep vice. He is my son. I am therein my shame. If from my doves he drew not his deceit.
Ah me! Who shall hinder me to wail and weep, to chide my fortune and torment myself? I shall join with black despair against my soul, and with myself become an enemy.
What means this scene of rude impatience?
To make an act of tragic violence.
Though not by war, by surfeit die your king, as ours by murder to make him a king.
Edward, my lord, thy son, our king, is dead. Why grow the branches when the root is gone? Why wither not the leaves that want their sap? If you live, lament. If die, be brief. The swift-winged soul may catch the king's or like obedient subjects follow him to his new kingdom of perpetual rest.
Oh, so much interest have I in thy sorrow as I have title in thy noble husband. I have bewept a worthy husband's death and lived by looking on his images. But now 2 mirrors of his princely semblance are cracked in pieces by malignant death, and I for comfort have but one false glass that grieves me when I see my shame in him. Oh, what cause have I, thine being but a voice with my moan, to overgo thy woes and drown thy cries?
Give me no help of lamentation. I am not barren to bring forth complaints. All springs produce their currents to mine eyes, that I, being governed by the watery moon, may send forth plenteous tears to drown the world, all for my husband, for my dear Lord Edward.
Both mine, Edward, and
What say that I but Edward and his gone?
Had I but they, and they are
Was
gone.
never widow hath so dear a
Was
loss.
never mother had so dear a loss.
Oh,
Alas, I am the mother of these griefs. Pour all your tears. I am your sorrow's nurse, and I will pamper it with lamentation.
Come. Now, bethink you like a careful mother of the young prince your son. Set his face straight for him, let him be crowned. In him your comfort lives. Drown desperate sorrow in death Edward's grave, and plant your joy in living Edward's throne.
Sister! Have comfort. All of us have cause to wail the dimming of our shining star, but none can help our husband. Mother, oh, madam, I do cry you mercy. I did not see your grace. Humbly, I crave your blessing on my king.
God bless thee. And put meekness in thy breast. Love, charity, obedience, and true duty.
Amen! And may I die a great old man. That is the butt end of a mother's blessing!
It seemeth good that with so little train, forthwith was unknown, the young prince be fetched hither to London to be crowned our king.
Why with some little train, my lord of Buckingham?
Marry, my lord, lest by a multitude the new healed wound of malice should break out, as well the fear of harm, as harm apparent, in my opinion, ought to be prevented.
I hope the king made peace with all of us. I know the compact is firm and true in me.
And so in me. So I think in all. Yet since it is but green, it should be put to no apparent likelihood of breach. Therefore I say with noble Buckingham, it is meet so few to fetch the prince.
And so say I. Then be it so. And we shall go to determine who they shall be that straight shall post to London.
My lord, we're journeying to the prince for God's sake, let not us two stay at home. For by the way, I'll sort occasion to part the queen's proud kindred from the prince.
My oracle, my prophet, I as a child go by thy direction. To Ludlow then, or will not stay behind.
Last night I hear they at Northampton lay, and at Stony Stratford do they rest tonight. Tomorrow or the next day they will be here.
I long with all my heart to see the prince. I hope he is much grown since last I saw him.
but I hear no. They say my son of York has almost overtaken him in his growth.
No! I will not have it. Why, my good cousin, it is good to grow.
Grandpa, one night as we did sit at supper, my Uncle Orvis talked
So no doubt he is, my gracious madam.
Well, I hope he is. But yet let mothers doubt.
After my trunk, if I had been remembered, I could have given my Uncle Grace a flower to touch his broken ear when he touched mine.
How, my young York, I prithee let me hear it.
Mary, they said my uncle grew so fast, he could gnaw a crust at 2 hours.
Good madam, you're not angry with the child.
Did you just have ears?
Here comes a messenger. What news?
Such news, my lord, has grieved me to report.
How doth the prince?
Well, madam, in health.
What is thy news?
Lord Rivers and Lord Grey are sent to Pomfret. With them Sir Thomas Bond prisoners.
Who have committed then?
The mighty Dukes Gloucester and Buckingham.
For what offense?
But the sum of all I can I have disclosed. Why or for what the Dukes were committed is all unknown to me, my gracious lord.
Cursed and unquiet, wrangling days, how many of you have mine eyes beheld?
Ah, me. I see the ruin of my house. The tiger now hath seized the gentle hind. Insulting tyranny begins to jet upon the innocent and aweless throne. Welcome, destruction, blood, and massacre. I see as in a map the end of all.
Welcome, sweet prince, to London, to your chamber.
Welcome, my dear cousin, my father sovereign. The very way hath made you melancholy.
No, uncle, but our crosses on the way have made it tedious, wearisome, and heavy. I want more uncles here to welcome me.
Sweet prince, those uncles you want were dangerous. Your grace intended to their sugared words and not the poison of their hearts. May God keep you from them and from such false friends.
God keep me from false friends, but they were none. Say, uncle, where can we sojourn to our coronation?
Wherever it seems best unto your royal self. If I may counsel you some day or two, your highness shall repose you at the tower.
I do not like the tower of any place. I thought my mother and brother York would long ere this and met us on the way. Why, what a slug is Hastings that he comes not, tell us whether they come or don't.
Ah, any good time, here comes the sweating lord.
Well, my dread lord, so must I call you now.
Aye, brother. As our grief as it is to yours. Too soon he died that might have kept that title, which by his death hath lost much majesty.
So young, so wise, they say do never live long. How fares our noble cousin, Lord of York?
I thank you, gentlemen. Oh, my lord, you said that idle weeds are fast in growth. The prince, my brother, hath outgrown me far,
He hath, my lord.
and therefore is he idle.
Oh, my lord, I must not say so.
Well then, he is more beholden to you than I.
He may command me as my sovereign. You have power in me as a kinsman.
I pray you, uncle, give me this dagger.
What, would you have my weapon, little lord?
I would, but I might thank you as you call me.
How?
Little.
My lord of York might still be cross and talk. Uncle, your grace does not bear with him.
You mean to bear me, not to bear with me. Uncle, my brother mocks both you and I because I am little, like an ape. He thinks that you should bear me on your shoulders.
My lord, but a plaintiff to pass along. Myself and my good cousin Buckingham will entreat of your mother to meet you and greet you at the tower.
What? We go to the tower, my lord?
My lord protector needs will have it be so.
I cannot sleep in quiet at the tower.
Why, what should you fear?
Mary, my Uncle Clarence's angry ghost. Granite said he was murdered there.
I fear no uncle's dead.
Nor none that live, I hope.
And if they live, I hope I need not fear.
Thank you, my lord, this little prating York was not insensate by the subtle mother to taunt and scorn you thus opprobriously.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. 'Tis a parlous boy, bold, quick, ingenious, forward, capable. He is the marksman top to toe.
Well, let them rest. Come hither, Catesby. Thou knowest our reasons urged upon the way. Afflicts thou. Is it not an easy matter to make William Lord Hastings of our mind for the installment of this noble duke unto the seat royal of this famous isle?
He, for his father's sake, so loves the prince that he will not be one to aught against him.
What thinkst thou then of Stanley? Will not he?
He will do all this hasty stuff.
Well then, no more with this. Go, gentle Casey, and as if it were far off. Sound thou, Lord Hastings, how he stands affected to our purpose, and give us notice of his inclination. For we tomorrow hold divided council, wherein thyself shall highly be employed.
Casey, commend me to Lord William. Tell him that his ancient knot of dangerous adversaries are tomorrow let blood at Pompey Castle.
Good Casey, go and effect this business so.
My good lords both, with all the heed I can.
Now, my lord, what shall we do if we perceive William Lord Hastings will not yield to our complots?
Chop off his head. And look, when I am king, claim thou of me the earldom of Hereford and all the movables of which the king my brother possessed.
I'll claim that gift at your grace's hand.
And look to have it yielded with all kindness.
Many good morrows to my noble lord.
Good morrow, Catesby. You are early stirring. What news? What news in this our talking stage?
It is a reeling world indeed, my lord. And I believe will never stand upright till Richard wear the garland of the realm.
Oh, wear the garland? Dost thou mean the crown?
Aye, my good lord.
I'll have this crown of mine cut from my shoulders before I see the crown so foul displaced. But canst thou guess that he doth aim at it?
Aye, on my life. And hopes to find you forward upon his party for the gain thereof. And thereupon send you this good news, that this same very day your enemies, the kindred of the queen, must die at Pompeii.
Indeed, I am no mourner for that news, because they have been still my adversaries. But then I'll give my voice on Richard's side and bar my master's heirs in true descent. God knows I will not do it, to the death.
Keep your lordship in that gracious mind.
But I shall laugh at this a 12-month hence, that they which brought me in my master's hate, I live to look upon their tragedy.
It is a vile thing that I, my gracious lord, when men are unprepared and look not forward.
Oh, monstrous, monstrous. And so falls it out with Rivers, Vaughan, Gray, and so it will do with some men else who think themselves as safe as thou and I, who, as thou knowest, are dear to princely Buckingham and also to our Lord Protector.
The princes both make high account of you.
I know they do, and I have well deserved it.
My lord, good morrow. Good morrow, Catesby. I do not like these several councils,
Oh, my lord, I hold my life as dear as you do yours, and never in my days, I do protest, was it so precious to me as it is now. Think you, but that I know our state secure, I would be so triumphant as I am.
The lords at comfort when they rode from London were talking and supposed their states were sure, and they indeed had no cause to mistrust. But did you see how soon the day were past? The sudden stab of rancor I misdoubted. My God, I say, I prove a needless coward. What? Shall we to the tower? The day is spent.
Come, have with you what you want, my lord. Today, the lords you talked of are beheaded.
They for their truth. They better wear their heads. Then some that have accused them wear their hats. But come, my lord, let's away.
Go on before. I'll talk with this good fellow. How now, sir, and how goes the world with thee?
The better that your lordship please to ask.
I tell thee, man, 'tis better with me now than when thou metst me last where now we meet. Then was I going prisoner to the tower by the queen's allies. But now I tell thee, keep it to thyself. This day, those enemies are put to death, and I in better state than e'er I was before.
God hold it to your honor's good content.
I thank your honor. ain't like enough for I stay dinner there.
And supper too, though thou knowest it not. Come, we go.
I'll wait upon your lordship.
Sir Richard Ratcliffe, let me tell thee this. Today thou shalt behold a subject die for truth, for duty, and for loyalty.
God bless the prince from all the pack of you, and not you are of damned bloodsuckers.
Who live and shall cry woe for this hereafter.
Dispatch. The limit of your lives is how.
Oh, Pomfret, oh, thou bloody prison, we give to thee our guiltless blood to drink. Now Margaret's curse is fallen upon our heads, which she exclaimed on Hastings, you and I, for standing by when Richard stabbed her son.
You were standers by. And so was thou, Lord Hastings, when my son was stabbed with bloody daggers. God, I pray that none of you may live his natural age, but by some unlooked accident cut off.
Then curse ye Richard. Then curse ye Buckingham. Then curse ye Hastings. Oh, remember, God, you hear, remember for them, and now for us. And for my sister and her princely sons, be satisfied, dear God, with our true blood, which, as thou knowest, unjustly must be spilled.
Make haste. The hour of death is expedient.
Oh, Gray. Come on. Farewell until we meet again in heaven.
And that by true computation of the time bound the issue not his own regard, which well appeared in his lineaments, being nothing like the noble with my father, but touched sparingly as 'twere far off, because you know, my lord, my mother lives.
Down not, my lord, I'll play the orator as if the golden fever which I play before myself, and so, my lord, adieu.
We have not yet set down this day of triumph. Tomorrow, in my judgment, is too sudden. For I myself am not so well provided as else I would be when the day prolonged.
His Grace looks cheerfully and smooth this morning. I think there's ne'er a man in Christendom can lesser hide his love or hate than he. For by his face straight shall you know his heart.
What of his heart? Perceived you in his face, by any likelihood he showed today?
Marry, that with no man here he is offended, for were he had shown it in his looks.
I pray you all, tell me what they do deserve that conspire my death with devilish plots of damned witchcraft, and have prevailed upon my body with their hellish charms.
The tender grace I bear you, princely lord, makes me most forward in this princely presence, to doom the offenders, whosoever they be. I say, my lord, they have deserved death.
Then let your eyes be witness of their evil. Behold my arm. Look how I am bewitched. My arm is like a blasted sapling, all withered up, and this Elizabeth, that monstrous witch.
If she hath done this deed, my lord,
Thou protector of the damned strumpet, thou talkest to me of it! Thou art a traitor! Off with his head. Cage me in rapture, not let it be done. Those who love me will rise and follow me. Woe!
woe for England! Not a whit for me, for I too fond might have prevented this. 3 times today, my footcloth horse did stumble and started when he looked upon the tower, as loth to bear me to the slaughterhouse. I now repent I told Buckingham as too triumphant, how mine enemies today at Pomfret bloodily were butchered, and I myself secure in grace and favor. Oh, Margaret. Margaret. Now thy heavy curse is lighted on poor Hastings' wretched head.
You were Stander's spy. And so was thou, Lord Hastings, when my son was stabbed with bloody daggers. God, I pray then, that none of you may live its natural age, but by some unlooked accident cut off.
Come, dispatch. The Duke will be at supper. Make it short shrift, for he longs to see your head.
Oh, bloody wretched! Miserable England, I prophesy the fearfulest time to thee that ever wretched age hath put upon. Come, lead me to the block, bear in my hand, then smile at me who shortly shall be dead.
Here is the indictment of the good Lord Hastings, which, in a set hand, fairly is engrossed that it may be today read over in calls. 11 hours had I spent to read it over, for yesternight by Catesby was it written. But within these few hours, Hastings lived, untainted, unexamined, free at liberty. Here's a good world the while. Who is so gross that cannot see this palpable device? Yet who is so bold that says he sees it not? Bad is the world, and all will come to naught when such ill dealing must be seen in thought.
Here's the head of that ignoble traitor, the dangerous and unsuspected Hastings.
So, dear, I love the man that I must weep. How now? What say the citizens?
Now, by the holy mother of our Lord, the citizens are mum. Speak not a word.
Touch to the bastardy of Edward's children.
I did with his contracts with Lady Lucy, with his own bastardy as being God your father then in France. With all, I did infer your lineage, being the right idea of your father, both in form and nobleness of mind. And when mine archery drew toward end, I bid them that did love their country's good cry, God save Richard, England's royal king.
And did they so?
No. So help me God, they spake not a word, but like dumb statues or breathing stones, stared at each other and looked deadly pale.
What tumbucks would they? Why would they not speak? Will the mayor and his brethren then not come?
The mayor is here at hand. Intend some fear. Be not you spoke with, but by mighty suit. And look you get a prayer book in your hand, and stand between 2 churchmen, good my lord, for on that ground I'll make a holy descant. And be not easily won to our request. Play the maid's part. Still answer nay and take it. Go, open the lead, the Lord may announce. Welcome, my lord. I dance attendance here. I think the Duke will not be spoke with all. Ah, Casey, what says your lord to my request?
He doth entreat your grace, my noble lord, to visit him tomorrow or next day. He is within with two right reverend fathers, divinely bent to meditation, and in no worldly suit would he be moved to draw him from his holy exercise.
Good, Casey. Return to the gracious Duke. Tell them myself, the mayor and aldermen, a deep design in matter of great moment. No less important than our general good, are come to have some conference with his grace.
Signify so much unto him straight.
Ah, my lord, this prince is not an Edward. He is not lolling on some lewd daybed, but on his knees in meditation. Not dallying with the braces of courtesans, but meditating with two deep divines. Not sleeping to engross his idle body, but praying to enrich his watchful soul. Happy were England, would this virtuous prince take on himself the sovereignty thereof, but sure I fear we shall not win him to it.
Harry, God defend his grace should say us nay.
I fear he will. Here Casey comes again. Now, Casey, what says his grace?
He wonders to what end you've assembled such troops of citizens to come to him. His grace not being warned there before, he fears, my lord, you mean no good to him.
Sorry I am. My noble cousin should suspect me that I mean no good to him. By heaven, we come to him in perfect love. So once more return to his grace. When holy and devout religious men are at their beads, 'tis much to draw them thence. So sweet and zealous contemplation.
See where his grace stands between two clergymen.
Two crops of virtue for a Christian prince, to stay him from the flow of vanity, and see a book of prayer in his hands, true ornaments to know a holy man. Famous Plantagenet, most gracious prince, lend favorable ear to our request, and heartless this interruption of thy devotion and right Christian zeal.
Oh, my lord, there needs no such apology. Rather, I do beseech you pardon me, who in earnest service of my God did defer the visitation of my friends. But leaving this, what is your grace's pleasure?
He's a man, I hope, which pleases God above and all good men of this ungoverned isle.
But I do suspect that I've done some offense, which seems disgracious in the city's eye, and you have come to reprehend my ignorance.
You have, my lord, and would it mind please your grace on our entreaties to amend your fault?
Else wherefore breathe I in Christian.
No, then, it is your fault that you resign the supreme seat, the throne majestical, the sceptred office of your noble ancestry, to the corruption of a blemished stock, which to recure, we heartily solicit your grace to take on yourself the charge and kingly government of this your land, not as protector, substitute, or steward, or lowly factor for another's gain, but as successively, from blood to blood, your right of birth, your entry, your own. For this, consorted with the citizens, your very worshipful and loving friends, and by their vehement instigation in this noble cause, come I to move your grace.
Your love deserves my thanks, but my deserts unmeritable shuns your high request. First, if all obstacles were cut away, and my path were even to the ground, which God be thanked, there is no need of that. The royal tree hath left us royal fruit. On him I lay what you would lay on me, the right and fortune of his happy stars, which God defend I should bring from him.
My lord, this argues conscience in your grace. You say that Edward is your brother's son. So say we too, but not by Edward's wife. For first was he contract with Lady Lucy. By her, in his unlawful bed, got he this Edward, whom our manners call prince. More bitterly could I expostulate, save that for reverence to some alive, I give a sparing limit to my tongue. So good my lord, take to your royal self this profit, benefit of dignity, if not to bless us and the land withal, yet to draw forth your noble ancestry from the corruption of using time into a lineal, true derided course.
Do good, my lord. Your citizens entreat you.
Do, mighty lord, accept this prophet love.
Oh, make them joyful grant their lawful suit.
Alas, why would you heap those cares I am unfit for state and majesty. I beseech you, take it not amiss. I cannot, nor will not, yield to you.
If you refuse it, as in love and zeal, lo, to oppose the child, your brother's son, as well we know your tenderness of heart, and gentle, kind, the feminine remorse yet know. Where you accept our suit or no, your brother's son shall never reign our king. But we shall plant some other in the throne to the disgrace and downfall of your house. And in this resolution here we leave you. Come, citizens, we will entreat no more.
Call them again, sweet prince. Accept their suit. If you deny them, all the land will rue it.
Will you enforce me to a world of cares? I am not made of stone, but penetrable to your kind entreaties, albeit against my conscience and my soul. Cousin of Buckingham, sage, grave men, since you will buckle fortune on my back to bear the burden where'er I will or no, I must have patience to endure the load. For God doth know, and you may partly see, how far I am from desire of this.
Oh, God bless your grace. We see it and will say it.
In saying so, you shall but speak the truth.
Then I salute you with this royal title. Long live Richard, England's worthy king!
Long live Richard, England's worthy king!
Tomorrow may it please you to be crowned.
Who meets us here? Daughter, well met.
God give your graces both a happy and joyful time of day.
As much to you, good sister. Whither away?
No problem in the tower, and as I guess, upon the like devotions as yourselves, to gratulate the gentle princes there.
Kind sister, thanks. We'll enter all together. Any good time, here the lieutenant comes. Master Lieutenant, pray you are here. How will the prince and my young son?
Right well, dear madam. By your patience, I may not suffer you to visit them. The king has strictly charged the contrary.
The king? Who's that?
I mean the Lord Protector.
The Lord protect him from that kingly title. Have he set bounds between their love and me? I am their mother. Who shall bar me from them?
I am their father's mother. I will see that.
Son-in-law, nothing. Then bring me to the sight. I'll bear thy blame and take thy office from thee on my hill.
No, madam, no. I may not leave it so. I am bound by oath, and therefore pardon me.
Let me but meet you ladies 1 hour hence, and I'll salute your grace of York as mother and reverent looker on of 2 fair queens. Come, madam, you must straight to Westminster there to be crowned Richard as royal queen. Come, madam, come, I in all haste was sent.
And I with all unwillingness will go.
Go, poor soul. I envy not thy glory. To feed my humor, wish thyself no harm.
Thyself a queen. For me that was a queen. Outlive thy glory like my Richard's self. And see another as I see thee now. Decked in thy rights as thou art stalled in mine.
No? Why? Wouldn't you as my husband now came to me as I followed Henry's corpse? This was my wish. Be thou qualified, a curse for making me so young, so old, or widow. And when thou wext, that sorrow upon thy bed and be thy wife, if then be so mad. Though ere I can repeat this curse again, within so small a time my woman's heart grossly grew captive to his honey words, and proved the subject of mine own soul's curse. But never yet, 1 hour in his bed did I enjoy the golden dew of sleep, but with his timorous dream was still awake. Besides, he hates me for my father work, and will no doubt shortly be rid of me.
Poor hearted too. I pity thy complaining.
No more than my soul I want to be.
Go thou to Richard.
Good angels tend thee.
Go thou to sanctuary, and good thoughts possess thee.
I to my grave where peace and rest lie with me.
Stay yet. foolish sorrows. Bid your stones farewell.
Cousin Buckingham,
My gracious son.
give me thy hand. Thus, by thy advice and by thy assistance, is King Richard seated. But shall we wear these glories for a day, or shall they last, and we rejoice in them?
Still live they, and forever let them last.
Now, Buckingham, do I play the touch to try if thou be current gold indeed? Young Edward lives.
Say on, my Lord and Lord.
Think what I would speak. Why, Buckingham, I say I would be king.
Why, so you are, my thrice-renowned Lord.
Ha! Am I king? 'Tis so, but young Edward lives.
So noble this.
Cousin, thou must not want to be so dark. Shall I be plain? I wish the bastard's dead, and I would have it suddenly reformed. What sayest thou? Speak suddenly, be brief.
Your grace may do your pleasure.
Tut, tut. Thou art all ice. Thy kindness freezes. Sayest, do I have thy consent that they shall die?
Give me some little rest, some pause, dear Lord, before I positively speak in this. I will resolve your grace immediately.
I will converse with iron-witted fools and unrespected boys. None of me that look into me with considerate eyes. High-beauty Buckingham grows circumspect. Hates me.
Your most obedient subject.
Art thou indeed?
Prove me, my gracious Lord.
Dost thou resolve to kill a friend of mine?
Please you, but I'd rather kill two enemies.
Then thou hast it. Two deep enemies, foes to my sleep, and my sweet sleep's disturbers are they that I would have thee deal upon. Catesby, I mean those bastards in the tower.
Let me have open means to come to them, and soon I will wait from the fear.
Go by this token. Rise and lend thine ear. There is but this. Say 'tis so, and I will love thee and prefer thee for it. I will dispatch it straight.
Thy friends suspect for traitors while thou livest.
The deep revolving, witty Buckingham shall no longer be neighbor to my counsel. Hath he held out with me so long untired that now he stops for a rest? Well, be it so. How now, Stanley, what news?
And take deep traitors for thy dearest friends.
No, my loving lord, the Marquess Dorset, as I hear, is fled to Richmond in the parts where he abides.
He is your wife's son. Look to it. Ratcliffe, come hither. Rumored abroad that Anne, my wife, is grievous sick. I will take order for keeping her close. Look how thou dreamest. I say it again. Tell them that Anne, my queen, is sick and like to die. Send about it. For it stands me much upon to stop all hopes whose growth may damage me. I must be married to my brother's daughter, or else my kingdom stands on brittle glass. What? Murder her brothers and then marry her? Uncertain way of gain, but I am so far in blood that sin will pluck on sin. Tearful and pity dwells not in this eye.
My lord, I claim the gift, my due by promise for which your honor and your faith are pawned. The earldom of Hereford and the movables which you have promised I shall possess. What says your lordship to my just request?
I do remember me, Henry VI, that prophesied that Richmond would be king when Richmond was a peevish little boy. Perhaps.
My lord!
How chance the prophet could not tell me, I being by, that I should kill him?
My lord, your promise for the earldom.
Aye, what's o'clock?
I am thus bold to put your grace in mind of what you promised me.
Well, what's o'clock?
Upon the stroke of 10.
Well, let it strike.
Why let it strike?
Because, like a jack, thou keepest the stroke betwixt thy begging and my meditation. I am not in the giving vein today.
Why then resolve me whether you will or no.
Thou tokest me! I am not in the vein!
Oh, Buckingham, take heed of yonder dog. Look, when he fawns, he bites. And when he bites, his venom tooth will rankle to the death. Have not to do with him. Beware of him. Sin, death, and hell have set their marks on him, and all their ministers attend on him.
And is it thus? Repays he my deep service with such contempt? Made I him king for this? And let me think on Hastings, and be gone to Richmond while my fearful head is on.
Edward Edward, thy son that now is Prince of Wales. For Edward, our son that was Prince of Wales, died in his youth by one time and violence.
Tyrannous and bloody act is done. Most arch, deep, piteous offense that never yet this land was guilty of. And I am sent to bear this thanks to the bloody king. And here he comes. Well, health, my sovereign lord.
I hate thee. Am I happy in thy news?
I have done the thing you gave in charge to get your happiness, be happy therefore it is done.
But didst thou see them dead?
I did, my lord.
And buried, gentle Catesby?
The chaplain in the tower hath buried them, but where, to say the truth, I do not know.
Oh, come to me soon and after supper, where there thou shalt tell the process of their death. Until then, think only how I may do thee good and be inheritor of thy heart's desire. Farewell till then.
I humbly take my leave.
The sons of Edward sleep in Abraham's bosom, and Anne, my queen, hath bid the world good night. Now, for I know the rent in Richmond aims at young Elizabeth, my brother's youngest daughter. To her I go, a jolly, thriving wooer.
My lord!
How now, what news thou comest in so funky, good or bad?
Bad news, my lord. Ely is fled to Richmond, and Buckingham, back with the hardy Welshman, is in the field, and still his power increaseth.
Ely troubles me more near with Richmond than Buckingham in his rash levy strings. Go, my counsel is my shield. We must be brief when traitors break the field.
So, now prosperity begins to mellow and drop into the rotten mouth of death. Here in these confines, slyly have I lurked to watch the waning of mine enemies. A dire induction am I witness to, and will to France, hoping the consequence will prove as bitter, black, and tragical. Withdraw thee, wretched Margaret, who comes here?
Oh, my poor princes. Oh, my tender babes. My unblown flowers, new appearing sweets.
If yet your gentle souls fly in the air, and be not fixed to doom perpetual, hover about me with your airy wings, and hear your mother's lamentation.
Hover about her, say that right for right hath dimmed your infant morn to aged night.
So many miseries craze my voice and my whole weary tongue is still and mute. Edward Plantagenet, why art thou dead?
Plantagenet doth quit Plantagenet. Edward for Edward hates a dying death.
Wilt thou, O God, fly from such gentle lambs, and throw them in the entrails of the wolf? When didst thou sleep, when such a deed was done?
When holy Harry died, and my sweet son,
Dead life, blind sight, poor mortal living ghost, rest thy unrest on England's lawful earth, unlawfully made drunk with innocent blood.
Oh, thou wouldst as soon afford the grave, as thou canst yield a melancholy seat. I would hide my bones, not rest them here. Oh, who hath any cause to mourn but we?
if ancient sorrow be most reverent, give mine the benefit of seniority, and let my griefs frown on the upper hand. If sorrow can invent society, tell o'er your hopes again by viewing mine. I had an Edward till a Richard killed him. I had a Henry till a Richard killed him. Thou hadst an Edward till a Richard killed him. Thou hadst a Richard till a Richard killed him.
I had a Richard too, and thou didst kill him. I had a Rutland too, thou hopest to kill him.
Thou hadst a Clarence too, and Richard killed him. From forth the kennel of thy womb hath crept a hellhound that doth hunt us all to death. That dog that had his teeth before his eyes to worry lambs that excellent grand tyrant of the earth that reigns in golden eyes of weeping souls, thy womb let loose to chase us to our graves. Oh, upright, just and true, disposing God, how do I thank thee that this carnal cur preys on the issue of his mother's body and makes her pew fellow with others' moan.
Harry's life triumphs not in my woes. God witness with me, I have wept for thine.
Bear with me, I am hungry for revenge, and now I cloy me with beholding it. Aye, Edward, he is dead that killed my Edward. The other Edward dead to quit my Edward. Young York, he is but brute because both they have not the high perfection of my loss. Thy Clarence, he is dead that stabbed my Edward. And the beholders of this frantic play, the adulterate Hastings, Rivers, Bomb Gray, untimely smothered in their dusky graves. Richard yet lives. Hell's black intelligencer only reserve their factor to buy souls and send them thither. But at hand ensues his pitiless and unpitied end. Earth gapes, hell burns, fiends roar, saints pray to have him suddenly conveyed from hence. Cancel his bond of life, dear God, I pray, that I may live to say the dog is dead.
I have been prophesied that I would come. And I should wish for thee to have curse that bottled spider, that foul bunched-back toad.
I called thee then, vain flourish of my fortune. I called thee then, poor shadow, painted queen. The presentation of my words, the flattering index of a direful pageant. One heaved a high to be hurled down below. A mother only mocked with two fair babes. A dream of what thou wast. A garish flattening dream of every danger shut. A sign of dignity. A breath. A bubble. A queen in jest. Only to fill the scene. Where is thy husband now? Where be thy brothers? Where be thy two sons? Wherein dost thou joy? Who sues and kneels and says, God save the queen? Where be the bending peers that flattered thee? Where be the thronging troops that followed thee? Decline all this and see what now thou art. For happy wife, a most distressed widow. For joyful mother, one that wails the name. For one being sued to, one who humbly sues. For she that scorned at me, now scorned of me. For she being feared of all, now fearing one. For she, commanding all, obeyed of none. Thus hath the course of justice wheeled about, and left thee but a very great time, having no more but thought of what thou wast to torture thee the more in what thou art. Thou didst usurp my place. Dost thou not usurp just proportion of my sorrow? Now thy proud neck bears half my burdened yoke, from which even here I slip my weary head and leave the burden of it all on thee. Farewell, York's wife, and queen of sadness chance. These English woes shall make thee smile and brag.
Oh, stay a while. Thou well skilled in cursing. Teach me how to curse my enemies.
Forbear to sleep the night and fast the day. Compare dead happiness with living reality. Think that thy babes were sweeter than they were, and loss makes the bad cause worse. Revolving this will teach thee how to curse.
My words are dull, quicken them with thine.
Thy woes will make them sharp and pierce like mine.
Why should calamity be full of words?
Windy attorneys to their clients' woes. Airy succeeders of intestate joys, poor breathing orators of misery. Let them have scope. Though what they do impart help nothing else. Yet do they ease the heart.
If so, then be not tongue-tied. Go with me, and in the breath of bitter words, let's smother my damned son with thy too sweet son smothered.
Who intercepts me in my expedition?
She that might have intercepted thee by strangling thee in her accursed womb from all the slaughters, wretch, thou hast done.
Hidest thou that forehead with the golden crown? Or should be branded, if right were right, the slaughter of the prince that owed that crown, and the dire deaths of my poor sons and brothers. Tell me, thou villain slave, where are my children?
Thou toad, where is thy brother Clarence?
Where is the gentle Rivers? Vaughan, Gray,
Where is kind Hastings?
A flourish! Strike a larum drums! Let not these telltale women rail on the Lord's anointed. Strike, I say!
Art thou my son?
I thank God, my father, and yourself.
Then patiently hear my impatience.
Madam, I have a touch of your condition, which cannot brook the accents of me.
Oh, let me speak.
But I'll not hear thee.
I will be mild and gentle in my words.
And breathe, good mother, for I am in haste.
Art thou so hasty? I have stayed for thee, God knows, in torment and in agony.
And came I not at last to comfort you?
No, by the holy rood, thou know'st it well. Thou camest on earth to make the earth my hell.
If I be so disgracious in your eye, let me march on, madam, enough than you.
I prithee hear me speak.
You speak too bitterly.
Hear me a word, for I shall never speak to thee again.
So,
Either thou wilt die, by God's just ordinance, ere from this war thou turn conqueror, or I, with grief and extreme age, shall perish and never more behold thy face again. Therefore take with thee my most grievous curse, which in the day of battle tire thee more than all the complete army that thou wearest. My prayers for the adverse party fight, and there the little souls of Edward's children whisper the spirits of thine enemies and promise them success and victory. Bloody thou art, bloody will be thy end. Shame serves thy life, and of thy death attend.
No far more cause, yet much less spirit to curse abides in me. I say amen to her.
stay, madam. I must talk a word with you.
I have no more sons of royal blood for thee to slaughter. As for my daughters, for whom they shall be praying nuns, not weeping queens, therefore level not to hit their lives.
You have a daughter called Elizabeth, virtuous and fair, royal and gracious.
And must she die because of God? Let her live! And I will corrupt her manners, stain her beauty, slander myself as false to Edward's bed, so she may live unscarred from bleeding slaughter. I will confess, she was not Edward's daughter.
Wrong not her birth. She is of royal blood.
To save her life, I will say she was not so.
Her life is safest only in her birth.
Only that safety done to her brothers.
Lo, at their births good stars were opposite.
No. To their lives, bad friends were contrary.
All unavoided is the doom of destiny.
True. What avoided grace makes destiny. My babes were destined to a fair death. If grace had blessed thee with a fair life.
You speak as if that I had slain my cousins.
Cousins indeed. And by their uncle cousin of comfort, kingdom, kindred, freedom, life. Whose hand soever lends their tender hearts. I had all indirectly gave direction. No doubt the murderous knife was dull and blunt, till it was whetted on my stone hard heart to revel in the internals of my lambs. But that still use of grief makes wild grief tame. My tongue should deny her not many my voice till my nails are anchored in thy mind.
Madam, so thrive I in my enterprise with dangerous success, a bloody war that I do intend more good to you and yours than you and yours by me were ever harmed.
What good is covered by the face of heaven to be discovered that can still me good?
The advancement of your children, gentle lady,
Up some scaffold, there to lose their heads.
unto the dignity and height of honor of the high imperial type of this earth's glory.
Flatter my sorrows with report of it. Tell me, what state, what dignity, what honor canst thou demise to any child of mine?
Even all I have, I, myself and all, will I with all endow a child of thine, so in the letting of thy angry soul thou drown the sad remembrance of those wrongs thou supposest I have done to thee.
Be brief, lest in the process of thy kindness last longer telling than kindness date.
Then know that with my soul I love thy daughter.
Oh, so from thy soul's love didst thou love her brothers, and from my heart's love I do thank thee for it.
Be not so hasty to confound my meaning. I mean that with my soul I love thy daughter, and do intend to make her queen of England.
Then who dost thou mean shall be her king?
Well, even he who makes her queen, who else should be?
What? Thou?
I? Even I? What think you of it, madam?
How canst thou woo her?
Well, that I would learn from you, being one best acquainted with her humor.
Wilt thou learn of me?
Oh, madam, with all my heart.
Send her. By the man who slew her brothers. A pair of bleeding hearts, thereon engraved Edward and York. Then haply will she weep. If this inducement move her not to love, send her a letter of thy noble deeds. Tell her thou makest away with her uncle Clarence, her uncle Rivers, I, for her sake, make quick conveyance of her good Aunt Anne.
You mock me, madam. This is not the way to win your daughter.
There is no other way, unless thou could put on some other shape and be not Richard that hath done all this.
Say that I did all this for love of her.
Nay, then indeed she cannot choose but hate thee, having bought love with such a bloody spoil.
Look, what is done cannot now be amended. Men may deal unadvisedly sometimes, and after hours have leisure to repent. If I did take the kingdom from your sons, to make amends, I will give it to your daughter. If I have killed the issue of your womb, to quicken your increase, I will beget mine issue of your blood upon your daughter. A granddam's name's little less in love than the doting title of a mother. They are as children, but one step below. Your children were a vexation to your youth. Mine shall be a comfort to your age. The loss you have is but a son being king, and by that loss your daughter is made queen. I cannot now make what amends I would, therefore accept such kindness as I can. Go then, my mother, to thy daughter go. Be the attorney of my love to her. Prepare her ears to hear a wooer's tale.
What were I best to say? Her father's brother would be her lord? Or shall I say her uncle? Or tender years.
Invert their England's peace by this alliance.
She shall purchase with still lasting war.
Tell her that the king that may command entreats.
That at the king forbids.
Say that she shall be a high and mighty queen.
Wail the title as a mother God.
Say that I shall love her everlastingly.
But how long shall that title ever last?
Sweetly until her fair life's end.
But how long further shall her sweet life last?
As long as heaven and nature shall lengthen it.
As long as Richard and hell likes of it.
Your reasons are too shallow and too quick.
Oh no. My reasons are too deep and dead. Too deep and dead poor infants in their graves.
Harp not on that string, madam. It is past.
Harp on, still shall I.
Pray, by my George, my daughter, and my crown.
Fame, dishonor, and the third usurp.
I swear.
Oh, by nothing, but this is no oath. If something thou would swear by be believed, then swear by something thou hast not wronged.
Now by the word.
'Tis full of thy foul wrongs.
My father's death.
Thy life that hath dishonored.
Then by myself.
Thyself the self misused.
Well then by God.
God's wrong is most of all. If thou hadst fear to break an oath by him, the unity the king thy brother made had not been broken, nor my brother slain. If thou hadst feared to break an oath by him, the imperial medal circling now thy head had graced the tended temples of my child, and both princes had been breathing here, which now two tender bedfellows for dust, thy broken faith has made a prey of worms. What canst thou swear by now?
The time to come.
That thou hast wronged in the time were past. For I myself have many tears to wash, hereafter time by time, past wronged by thee. For children whose fathers are slaughtered, ungoverned youth to wail to their age. The parents like whose children God butchered. Old barren plants to wail with their age. Swear not by time to come. For that thou hast misused and used by times ill-used overpast. God!
Heaven and fortune bar me happy hours. If with pure heart's love, immaculate devotion, and holy thoughts, I tender not thy beauteous princely daughter. In her consists my happiness and thine. Without her follows for myself and thee, herself, the lad, and many a Christian soul. Death, desolation, ruin, and decay, it cannot be avoided but by this. It will not be avoided but by this. Therefore, dear mother, as I must call thee so, be the attorney of my love to her. Leave not what I have been, but what I will be. Not my deserts, but what I will deserve. Urge the necessity and state of times, and be not peevish found in great designs.
Shall I be tempted by the devil thus?
Aye, if the devil tempt thee to do good.
Shall I forget myself to be myself?
Aye, if thyself's sad remembrance wrong thyself.
Yet thou didst kill my children.
But in her womb will I bury them, where in that nest of spicery they shall breed cells of themselves to your recomforture.
Shall I go win my daughter to thy will?
And be a happy mother by the deed.
I go. Write to me very shortly. And you shall understand from me for mine.
Bear her my true love's kiss. And so farewell. Relenting fool! Shallow changing woman. How about what news?
Not good my knees to please you with the hearing, nor none so bad, well may be
favorite renegade. What does he there?
I know not, mighty sovereign, but my guess.
Well, as you guess.
Stirred up by Dorset, Buckingham, and Morton, he makes for England here to claim the crown.
Is the championship, the sword unswayed, the king dead, the empire unpossessed? What heir of York is alive but we? And who is England's king but great York's heir? Once more, when doth he upon the seas?
Unless for that, my liege, I cannot guess.
Unless he comes to be your liege. You cannot guess wherefore the Welshman comes. Thou wilt revolt, I fear, and fly to him.
No, mighty liege, therefore mistrust me not.
Where be thy tenants and thy followers to beat him back? Are they not now on the western shore, safe conducting the rebels from their ships?
No, my good lord, my friends are in the north.
Cold friends they are to me in the north. What do they there when they should be serving their sovereign in the west?
They have not been commanded. Mighty king, please of your majesty to give me leave. I'll muster up my friends and meet your grace. Where and what time your majesty shall please.
Aye. Thou wouldst be glad to join with Richmond. But I'll not trust thee.
Most mighty sovereign, you have no cause to hold my friendship doubtful. I never was, nor never will be false.
Go then. Muster men. But leave behind your son, George Stanley. Look, your heart be firm, or else his head's assurance is but frail.
So deal with him, as I prove true to you.
My liege, the Duke of Buckingham is taken. That is the best. The Earl of Richmond is with the mighty power landed at Milford as colder tidings. They must be told.
To Salisbury we go. While we reason here, a royal battle might be won and lost. You take charge for bringing Buckingham to Salisbury. The rest will watch on with me.
Sir Christopher, tell Richmond this from me, and in the style most bloody war my son George Stanley is right up and whole. If I revolt, of course young George's head. The fear of that holds off my present day. So get thee gone. Commend me to thy lord with the law. Say that the queen had heartily consented, he should espouse Elizabeth. The letters with
At Pembroke, or Harford, West in Wales.
well, thank you to thy lord. I kiss his hand. Right there. Over soften, but why not? Fairly well.
Will not King Richard let me speak with him?
No, my good lord, therefore be patient.
Hastings, and Edmund's children, Grey Rivers, holy King Henry and my fair son Edward, Vaughan, and all those that have miscarried by underhand, corrupted, foul injustice. If that your moody, discontented souls do through the clouds behold this present hour, even for revenge mock my destruction. This is All Souls Day, folks, is it not?
It is, my lord.
Why then All Souls Day will be my body's doomsday. Thus does Margaret's curse fall heavy on my neck.
Oh, but remember this another day.
When he, quoth she, shall split thy heart with sorrow. Remember, Margaret was a prophetess. Come, officer, lead me to that block of shame. Wrong hath but wrong, and blame the due of blame.
Fellows in arms and my most loving friends, bruised underneath yoke of tyranny, thus far into the bowels of the land have we marched on without impediment. And here receive we from our father Stanley fair lines of comfort and encouragement. The wretched, bloody, usurping boar that spoiled your summer fields and fruitful vines swills your warm blood like wash and makes its trough in your emboweled bosoms. In God's name, cheerily on, gracious friends, to reap the harvest of perpetual peace by this one bloody trial of sharp war.
Every man's conscience, 1,000 swords to fight against that bloody homicide.
I doubt not, but his friends will turn to us.
He hath no friends, but what are friends for fear, which his dearest need will fly from him.
All for our vantage. Then in God's name, march. True hope is swift, and flies with swallow's wings. Kings it makes gods, and meaner creatures kings.
My lord of Surrey, why look you so sad?
My heart is 10 times lighter than my looks.
Norfolk, we must have knots, must we not?
We must both give and take, my loving lord.
Up with my tent! Here will I lie tonight. But where tomorrow? Well, all's one for that. Who hath described the number of traitors?
6,000 or 7,000 is their utmost power.
Why, arbitrary troubles that account. Call for some men of sound direction. Let's lack no discipline, make no delay, for tomorrow, lords, is a busy day.
The weary sun hath made a golden set, and by the bright fact of its fiery card, you've spoken of a goodly day tomorrow. Bring me some ink and paper in my tent. One thing more, good captain, do for me. Where is Lord Stanley quartered, do you know?
Unless I have missed in his colors much, which well I am assured I have not done, his regiment lies half a mile at least south from the mighty power of the king.
If without peril it be possible, sweet Blunt, make some good means to speak with him and give him from me this most needful note.
Upon my life, my lord, I'll undertake it. And so God give you quiet rest tonight.
Good night, good Captain Blunt.
Aye, what's o'clock?
It's supper time, my lord. It's 6 o'clock.
Is all my armor laid into my tent?
It is, my liege, and all things are in readiness.
Norfolk, hie thee to thy charge. Use careful watch. Choose trusty sentinels.
I go, my lord.
Norfolk, stir with the rock tomorrow.
I warrant you, my lord.
Catesby,
My lord.
bid Stanley bring his regiment, lest his son George fall into the blind cave of eternal night. Catesby,
My lord.
sawest thou melancholy Lord Northumberland?
Thomas, the Earl of Surrey, and himself went through the army cheering up the soldiers.
So I'm satisfied. I have not that alacrity of mind nor cheer of spirit I was wont to have. Bid my guard watch leave me. Come to me in the mid of night and help to arm me. Leave me, I say.
Fortune and victory sit on thy helm.
All the comfort the good knight can afford, be to thy virgin, noble father-in-law. Tell me, how can I love you mother?
I, my attorney, bless thee from my mother, who prays continually for Richmond's good. In brief, for so the season bids us be, prepare thy battle early in the morning, and put thy fortune to the arbitraments of bloody strokes and mortal staring war. I will aid thee in this doubtful stroke of arms, but on thy side I may not be too forward, lest, being seen, thy brother tender George be executed in his father's sight. And you, be valiant, speed well.
My lord's conducted this regiment. I will strive with troubled thoughts to take a nap, lest leaden slumber take me down tomorrow when I would mount with wings of victory. O thou whose captain I count myself, look upon my forces with a gracious eye. To thee I will commend my watchful soul, ere I let fall the windows of mine eyes. Oh, waking and sleeping, defend me still.
No sleep close up that deadly eye of thine, unless it be while some tormenting dream affrights thee with a hell of ugly devils.
Be cheerful, Richard, for the wronged souls of butchered princes fight in thy behalf. King Henry's issue comforts. Let me sit heavy on thy soul tomorrow. Think how thou stabbedst me in my prime of youth at Tewkesbury. Despair, therefore, and die.
To comfort thee in thy sleep, live and flourish. When I was mortal, my anointed body by thee was punched full of deadly holes. Harry the Sixth bids thee despair and die.
Let me sit heavy in thy soul tomorrow. Poor Clarence, by thy guile betrayed to death. Tomorrow think on me, despair, and die.
Wait the day. Let me sit heavy in thy soul tomorrow. Rivers that died in Pomfret, despair and die.
Think upon Gray, and let thy soul despair.
Dream on thy cousin smothered in the tower. Thy nephew's souls bid thee despair and die.
On, fight and conquer for fair England's sake. Bloody and guilty, guiltily awake, and in a bloody battle end thy days. Think on Lord Hastings, despair and die.
Richard, thy wife, not wretched Anne, thy wife, that never slept one quiet hour with thee, now fills thy sleep with perturbations. Tomorrow, in the battle, think on thee, despair and die.
First was I to help thee to the crown, last was I to feel thy tyranny. In the battle think on Buckingham, and die in terror of thy guiltiness. Dream on of bloody deeds and death, fainting despair, despairing, yield thy breath.
Oh, coward conscience! How thou dost look like me! Cold fearful drops stand on my trembling flesh. What do I fear myself? There's none else why. Richard loves Richard. That is, I am mine. Is there a murderer here? No! Yes. I am. Then fly. Great reason why. Lest I revenge what? Myself upon myself? Alack, I'd rather love myself. But any good that I myself look at it to myself. Oh no! Alas, I'd rather hate myself. For hateful deeds committed by myself. I am a villain. Yet I lie. I am not. Fool of thyself, speak well! Fool of thyself, do not flatter! My conscience hath a several thousand tongue, and every tongue brings in a several tale, and every tale condemns me for a villain. Perjury in the highest degree, murder, stern murder in the highest degree, all several sins, all used in each degree, thrown to the mark, and guilty! I shall despair! There is no creature loves me. And if I die, no soul will pity me. And wherefore should they? Since that I myself, like in myself, no pity to myself. Methought the souls of all that I have murdered did come into my tent and fled to my vengeance to the heaven returned. Who's there? I had dreamed a fearful dream. What thinkest thou? Will all our friends prove true?
No doubt.
Oh, pity. I fear.
No. Good, my lord. Be not afraid of shadows.
By the Apostle Paul, shadows tonight have struck more terror in the heart of Richard than 10,000 soldiers armed and proof, and led by shadow Richmond!
Cry mercy, my lords and watchful gentlemen. Thinks I'll take a tardy sluggard here.
How have you slept, my lord?
The sweetest sleep and fairest boding dreams that ever entered a drowsy head of I since your departure had, my lords. Methought the souls of the bodies which had murdered came to my tent last night and cried on victory. I promise you, my heart's very jocund in remembrance of so fair a dream. How far into the morning, lords?
Upon the stroke of 4.
It's time to arm and give directions. More than I have said, loving countrymen, the leisure and enforcement of the time for which to dwell on. Yet remember this. God and our good cause fight upon our side. The prayers of holy saints and wronged souls, like high-reared bulls, stand before our faces. Richard accept, those we fight against would rather have us win than him they follow. For what is he they follow, truly, gentlemen? A bloody tyrant and a homicide. One raised in blood and one in blood established. One that made means to come by what he had, and then slaughtered those that were the means to help him. One that had ever been God's enemy. God's enemy, God will in justice ward you as his soldiers. Then in the name of God and all these rights, advance your standards, draw your willing swords. To me, the ransom of my bold attempt shall be this cold corpse against the earth's cold face. But should I thrive, the gain of my attempt the least of you shall share the spot thereof. Sound drums and trumpets boldly and cheerfully. God and St. George, Richmond, and victory!
What said not Cumberland is touching Richmond, that he is not freed up in arms? He was in the right. What said Surrey then?
He smiled and said the better for our purpose.
He speaks the truth. Who saw the sun today?
No.
Then he disdains to shine. For by the book he should have braved the east an hour ago. A black day will it be for somebody. Ratcliffe,
My lord.
the sun will not shine today. The sky doth frown and lower upon our army. What is that to me more than to Richmond? But ahead, the same heaven that frowns on me looks sadly on him.
On, my lord, the full bombs in the field.
Go, buckle, bustle, comparison me a horse. Bid Stanley bring his regiment. I will lead forth my soldiers to the plain. What thinkest thou, noble?
A good direction, warlike sovereign. This found right on my tent this morning.
Jockey unlawful, not sold. Oh, forgiven thy master is bought and sold, a thing devised by the enemy. Go, every man to his charge. Let not our battling dreams affright our souls. Conscience is but a word that coward choose. Let our strong arms be our conscience, our swords, our law. March to it, join bravery, every man, to the pell-mell. If not to heaven, then hand in hand to hell! Rescue! My lord of Norfolk, rescue, rescue!
The king enacts more wonders than a man, daring and opposite to every danger. His horse is slain, and all on foot he fights, seeking for Richmond in the throat of death. Rescue, fair lord, or else the day is lost.
A horse! A horse! My kingdom for a horse!
My lord, I help you to a horse.
Slave! I have set my life upon a cast, and I will stand the hazards of the die. These there be 6 Richmonds in the field. Find my slave today instead of him. A horse! A horse! My kingdom for a horse!
God and your good arms be praised, my victorious friends. The day is won, the bloody dog is dead.
Courageous Richmond, well hast thou acquit thee. Lo, here this long usurped royalty, from the dead temples of this bloody wretch have we plucked off, to grace thy brows withal. Wear it, enjoy it, make much of it.
Great God in heaven, save and to all. But tell me, the young George Stanley still living?
He is, my lord, and safe in Leicester town, whither, if it please you, we may now withdraw us.
Proclaim a pardon to the soldiers fled. We will unite the white rose and the red. England had long been mad and scarred herself. The brother blindly shed the brother's blood. The father rashly slaughtered his own son. The son compelled in butcher to the sire. All this divided York and Lancaster. Oh, let Richmond and Elizabeth, the true succeeders of each royal house, by God's fair ordinance conjoined together, abate the edge of traitors, gracious Lord, that would reduce these bloody days again, and make poor England weep in streams of blood. Let them not live to taste this land's increase, that would with treason wound this fair land's peace. Now, civil wounds are stopped, peace lives again, that she may long live here, God save